Another week, another mock draft here on Titans Today. I am your host, Jace Andrews, and we are less than 2 weeks away from the 2024 NFL Draft. And so, it's time for another edition of a mock draft. And I'll tell you right away, you see the peppers, this one is spicy. I don't expect you to like it, but I wanted to switch things up. I'm tired of just going out there and picking Joe Alt, so I wanted to do something fun, and that's what we're going to do. Let's first remind you of the picks that they currently have in this year's draft. Round 1, pick number 7. Round 2, pick number 38. Round 4, pick number 106. Round 5, pick 146. Round 6, pick 182. Round 7, pick 227. The Philadelphia pick in round 7 from the Kevin Byard trade, and then the KC Kansas City pick from round 7. That one coming from the L'Jarius Sneed trade. All right, so as we go through here, we are going to talk about each of these picks and talk about it. So if you are excited to see who the Titans draft, well, then do me a favor. Hit that like button. It helps the Titans Today community grow, and I certainly hope that we want to have as many people on here for the draft coverage as we get closer to that. Let's start off with a trade alert. Like I said, it's spicy. I'm starting it off hot. The Titans trade up from round 1, pick 7 to round 1, pick number 4 with the Arizona Cardinals as they give up that round 1 pick and they give up their 2025 second round pick for a first round in three spots up at round 1, pick 4. And with that, MHJ, you are a Tennessee Titan. Round 1, pick 4, Marvin Harrison Jr. One of the better wide receiver prospects we've seen in a long time, actually. And coming out of the great state of Pennsylvania here, going to Ohio State as a Buckeye, he was absolutely exceptional. Over 1,000 yards this past year, 14 touchdowns. In my mind, he was the main reason that Ohio State was as good as it was. I feel like without him, it could have been a lot different for the Buckeyes in the Big Ten. Past 2 years at OSU, he has been exceptional. 1,200-plus yards in each year, 14 touchdowns in both years, and 9 combined drops. 9 combined drops is crazy. That's absolutely exceptional for a guy who had 77 receptions in 2022 and 67 in 2023. You're asking, Jace, do we really need a wide receiver? Well, I think so. I don't know if I would like to just put all my chips in on DeAndre Hopkins and Calvin Ridley. However, this wide receiver room, you have this. You have DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and Marvin Harrison Jr. You immediately have the best wide receiver room in the NFL, and it is not even close. Literally no one can compete with you. Not close. So I know this is crazy. I know that we're kind of going outlandish here, but I want to make this fun. I want to try and have some fun with you. So rate this trade. If you think it's crazy, I hate it, I don't want it, I want Joe Alt. 1. If you love it, you think, man, this is the best thing I've seen since sliced bread, then, well, 10 is going to be your answer on that one. All right, a little less crazy in round 2. We got to get the offensive tackle, so I go Kingsley Suamataia, the BYU offensive tackle. He is very much so one that I really, really like, and honestly, you don't get Alt in round 1, so with Kingsley, he's a big guy. I mean, this guy is somebody that you are going to look at and think, man, that's a beast. Out of BYU, he's very, very good in a lot of different facets that I think would fit well with the Tennessee Titans. On top of which, he just fits the bill of a first-round pick, and yet he's going to be taken in the second round. PFF grade, 67.5, pretty solid. Only 2 sacks allowed in the Big 12, 5 hits, 6 hurries, 4 penalties. I'm not sitting here trying to say he is as good as Joe Alt. However, I think he is worth the first-round draft pick, and you are getting him in the second round. That right there is worth the price of admission in my mind. And I love that you can be able to do that with your round 2 pick. And I know that obviously Joe Alt is great. You want him, he'd be amazing to have. However, he just does not fit the way that we go about this. And we're honestly looking at this and thinking, okay, how do we look at this? Really, this offensive line right now is just not great yet. I like Lloyd Cushenberry, great signing. Peter Skoronski last year, rookie year, wasn't amazing, but at the same time, you had a bad offensive line around him. So, kind of hard to look at that. Dylan Redunz and the Nicholas Petit-Frere can be replaced by Kingsley Suamataia. Can play either side. Obviously, Redunz has been rumored to move over to left tackle. So, a couple of different things that we can kind of talk about throughout there. All right, round 3, pick 106. You see the USC logo. You see it's a halfback. Who will it be? Well, I will tell you in just a moment. Before that, I know there are a lot of new players on the Tennessee Titans team, but obviously Calvin Ridley is one of the new ones, and right now you can get all of his gear on our little link right here, chatsports.com/Ridley. We're going to have that link in the comments and the description of this video. That way, you can go down there and be fully fitted out with all of your Calvin Ridley swag, so that when he scores his first touchdown in week 1 of the 2024 NFL season, you're going to have all that stuff ready to go. And right there, right then, you're going to be able to say, hey, I got Ridley stuff. I'm going to go put it on and be proud of my team. It's a big addition. And hey, why don't you get some gear while you're at it? Chatsports.com/Ridley. We'll have that link in the comments and the description of this video. All right, MarShawn Lloyd is the pick here at round 3, the halfback out of USC. And I know what you're thinking, Jace. Why are we picking a halfback? Didn't we sign Tony Pollard? Yes. However, he did have a top 30 visit with the Titans. So, obviously, Ran Carthon is interested in him. Ryan Callahan is interested in him. The Tennessee Titans organization is interested in him. And I like what I've seen from him at USC in both USC, South Carolina and Southern California. 228 in 2021 with South Carolina, 573, then transferring to SoCal with Caleb Williams and getting 820 yards and 9 touchdowns. It's pretty solid. I know that there's a lot of things that we look at here and think, okay, what's the most important position? And I don't know that this is the most important position. However, they like him. And at a round 4 pick here, it's very, very solid. So I think this really fits nicely. Obviously, getting an extra running back here, I know it may not be the smartest, but the Titans really do like him. So round 4, you're getting the pick here. I think it works out. Obviously, you're able to really go about this. So rounds 1, 2, and then 4, your picks here. However, what do we think about him? We got Marvin Harrison Jr., Kingsley, Suamataia, MarShawn, Lloyd. I want you to grade the first 3 rounds here of this Titans mock draft, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know down in the comments section what you think about this, A, B, C, D, or F. I want you to grade me 3 rounds into this one. We've got 5 picks left. Let's kind of start running through these. Mekhi Wingo, the defensive interior lineman from LSU, is the first one that I am taking here. And honestly, it's because this defensive line really, really needs help. On top of which, the Tennessee Titans and Ran Carthon went to LSU's Pro Day, got to see Wingo, supposedly really enjoyed him. And so that's why I kind of have this pick here as what a little bit of a baseline. I know Jeffrey Simmons is great. Not trying to say anything about him. However, Keandre Coburn and Sebastian Joseph Day are not starters on the NFL team, or on an NFL team. They are not starters. And I will say that for a multitude of times. So you need to help that defensive line in whatever way possible. This is somebody who is a round 5 pick that could easily slide in there and fit in well with a lot of different ways and a lot of different assets that he brings to the table. It's a good fit. I think it works out. Plus, Ran Carthon obviously has seen him before, so it kind of makes sense. Let's go to our round 6 pick here. Pick number 182, the safety, Daijahn Anthony out of Ole Miss. Now, the secondary to me is somewhat of a mystery bag in some ways. L'Jarius and Chidobe are, in my mind, a top 5 cornerback room in all of the NFL. Safeties. I love Elijah Molden. I like what they bring to the table with that. I do want some more depth. Therefore, round 6 comes along, you grab a safety. It doesn't have to be anybody crazy. I like Daijahn Anthony. He's done a lot of amazing things at Ole Miss. He was an SEC caliber defense, and he's draftable in a lot of different aspects and coachable. And with Denard Wilson being able to come out here and really control this defensive backfield, I think that anybody he drafts could become a very, very key contributor in the back half of the season. Obviously, potential injuries and stuff like that. Hopefully, knock on wood, though. Let's go to our 3 round 7 picks that the Titans have here. We'll kind of speed through these in some facets because at round 7, I got to be honest, you're kind of just throwing darts at a board and hoping things work out. Brandon Coleman, the offensive tackle, at round 7, pick 227. Coleman here at offensive tackle is going to be one that you just help out the offensive line and depth piece. Probably going to end up on the practice squad, but hey, it's somebody who has the ability to grow into a rostered player throughout the year. I think he is very much somebody with the size that he has, could turn into something throughout his entire career. Don't know for sure, but again, with round 7 picks, it kind of comes to the point, okay, how are we going to go about this, and are we really just, throwing darts at the board? Because I think that's what it is in some facets, but you never know what's waiting there at round 7. Brock Purdy was round 7. You talk about Tom Brady, round 6. I know these aren't quarterbacks, but at the same time, there's a lot of guys who later in their draft work out. Isaiah Pacheco, he was literally the 11th pick, 11th to last pick, and he's one of the better running backs in all the NFL. Defensive interior lineman, once again here, I'm going to go with Keith Randolph Jr. Round 7 here is great value. I actually think he could potentially make the roster and not be one of those guys that has to sit on the quote-unquote practice squad. So I think that he fits in really, really well with this Titans defensive line. I know that Sebastian Joseph Day has that athletic build, a little bit more of a bigger body. So you put him into this line, I think it works out great. You have Keandre Coburn replaced by Keith Randolph. Honestly, this line becomes pretty solid if you ask me. I got an edge rusher here, Khalid Duke out of the Kansas State University Wildcats. I think he's a good fit. Good practice squad guy. I hate to say that, but at the same time, when you're in round 7, that's what these picks are. It's not, oh, this guy's going to be the future. No one said that about Brock Purdy. However, it worked. You're just trying to hope that you hit something. Khalid Duke, again, I'm looking for athletic ability over, the way you played in college. I think that's my mindset because most of these guys, it's athletic ability over anything else, at least in my mindset. Let me know your thoughts on this mock draft in the comments. Obviously, Marvin Harrison Jr., the trade up at round 1, pick number 4. Kingsley Suamataia, round 2, pick number 38. Then you have MarShawn Lloyd, round 4, pick 106. And then obviously the back 5 picks of Mekhi, Wingo, Daijahn Anthony, Brandon Coleman, Keith Randolph Jr., and Khalid Duke. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. We do appreciate you joining us here on Titans Today. If you're not subscribed, now's your time to do so. Without further ado, we will see you next time. Tighten up and peace out.